Hello, biology. This is a run through of the complex inheritance patterns stations assignment, the long name. And it is calling it stations because this is simulating if you were in a classroom and you were moving around from table to table, learning something different at each table or station. So there's going to be 6 stations that you'll work through, each one dealing with a slightly different topic but building on the one before it. So you don't want to go out of order with this one. You want to start with station 1 and move your way on down to station 6. Okay, so since it is a station, everything you need is included on this slide to answer these questions. You'll notice you've got 5 questions here, 5 spaces for your answers, and if I've asked you to do a Punnett square, I've provided a way for you to type that in. This video here is going to give you the information that you need to answer those questions. So in the past, people with these kind of assignments have been tempted to go to Google and search for answers, and there's 2 problems with that. One being you might find the wrong answer and not know, and then you've actually learned the wrong material and it's stuck that way. Or 2, you don't get the information that I want you to get. There might be several examples for various things, but I've picked this video with these details and these examples specifically because I want you to know those and you're going to probably use that information later. So for example, some of the information you learn on this slide may help you with Station 2 or Station 3. So it's important that you use these resources. If you are going to Google and just finding random answers that seem like they might be correct, even if they technically are correct, it's not using the resource I asked you to use and you will not receive credit for those answers. So like you can see, they're usually not too long of resources, 3.5 minutes of a video, I think you can handle. All right, so let's say you're answering question number 1. Here's the question. You'll put your answer over here. Number 2, they're asking you to do a Punnett square, so you can select each of those and fill in just like we do in our typical worksheets. And then you might notice, especially if you type a lot, that the numbers will shift down but the Punnett squares will not move. So here's a tip for that. You can either highlight your text and make it smaller so it puts everything back where it should be. Maybe not put so many words in your answers. Some answers can be simply answered with a phrase for this because this is a practice assignment, so we're not looking for super deep detail, just enough to show your learning. Or your third option is you can move the Punnett square. So if you click on the Punnett square and then press Control, and while you're holding Control, click all of the question marks. And so you've now highlighted the square and everything in it, and now you can use your arrows to move it around or your cursor, totally up to you. But that is a way to shift things around if you feel like you need more space. All right, so each slide contains something different for you to do. In this case, there is no resource for this one. This is just you using your own brain to solve these problems. Here we finished that video that we started before, and oh, look, get excited, another dihybrid cross. And then the last 3 stations will use a website that you should be familiar with now, Learn Genetics, which we have used on a couple things in the past, and we will be using more. They've got some fabulous genetic resources. You'll notice there's parts you can skip, so very carefully read the question and look for what you need on that website. That is the basic run through for this assignment. Let me know if you have any questions or if you need help on anything. You can get me on email or chat on Teams.